Let me ask you a question. Is it a fool's errand to hope and to wish and to want for things to be better? Maybe so, but hey, if it is, call me a fool. I'm glad to be one, and I will always enjoy being a fool rather than a sad, depressed pessimist. How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to a new video. I am the one and only 𝙀𝙓𝙋𝘼𝙉𝘿, and in today's video, I just want to talk about my wants, my hopes for next league 3.2.0. I have a few, but nothing really concrete. I didn't really want this video to be quite as formal and as laid out as my other ones. My other videos over the last few days have been very almost formulaic, which is fine. It's good. I'm trying to keep a little bit of a structure to it. So in today's video, I just want to talk about what I want to see in 3.20. Starting first off and foremost, I talked about this in my ultimatum video that I specifically made, a full ultimatum video. I want ultimatum back. I honestly, excuse me. Oh, I forgot to loop the video. My bad. Let me fix that. There we go. We'll just loop that. There we go. Sorry about that. But yeah, I want ultimatum back. I want to see ultimatum come back into the game. Ultimatum was honestly one of my favorite leagues. It had a built-in risk versus reward. It was like the defining risk versus reward league in my mind, because you get to see your reward, you get to see the additional risk right below it where you're clicking those little buttons that you're choosing the difficulty to add, and I just miss it. It was just efficient XP loot and good loot that would come from it. It was interesting. I liked the little challenges. And the other thing is, now that there's the Atlas passive tree, I want to see what they're going to do to Ultimatum with the Atlas passives. What are they going to do to that? I mean, they could do any number of things with Ultimatum. I said in that video, like they could do double reward, like it shows you 2 rewards, but you have to pick 2 of the negatives beneath it if they do the like 3 options thing. They've said for the last few leagues that Ultimatum's going to come back, and then they had to be like, sorry, we had to delay it, we didn't have time. I'm pretty sure they've said that next league they're finally pulling the trigger. Ultimatum is coming back next league. We'll see. You know, hey, if they don't, no hate. I'm not gonna be mad. I'll wait till 3.2.1 or 3.21, whatever. But that is my biggest want. I really, really miss being able to just dive in and run Ultimatum. I played a good bit in the league. Thankfully, I never got to fight the Trial Master, so obviously I can do that now in that unique map they added, because he won't really be a part of it, I don't think. But I just want Ultimatum back. That is number 1 on my list. So number 2, in-game content. I believe they said that it was 2 leagues ago. They said over the next 3 or maybe 4 leagues, so this one would still be included in that, they still have plans to add further in-game content. And in that direction, I don't know what else I'd like to see. I mean, I would love to see new bosses, but I don't think they're going to make a bunch of new boss fights now, realistically. They're probably going to make some. I mean, myself personally, I want to see more of the Eldritch beings. The things like the Elder, the Maven, the Eater, the Searing Exarch. I want to see what those, like, I want to see more of those, the aspects of, whatever the Eldritch realm and all that. I want to see more of those. I cannot get enough of those. I'm a huge fan of cosmic horror vibes and just that like alien stuff and just like things where it's just really, really cool. I love that vibe, and I just think those are really, really interesting concepts to explore. And I mean, I think they have a lot of wiggle room there, and they probably will. They probably will continue to experiment with it. I'm so excited to see where PoE 2 ends up going. I'm still of the theory, by the way, that Zana's coming back in PoE 2, and Zana's going to be the fucking final boss of Path of Exile 2's Atlas. I think she's going to lose her mind and just try to destroy the Atlas or something. I don't know. That's just me. That's my current running theory, but that's Path of Exile 2. That'll be in like 2024, so we'll worry about that then. So, but yeah, like I want to see some more in-game stuff. I don't exactly know what else they can do really at this point. I'm sure they're going to have some surprises for us in store because they always have. So far, they've been doing great with the end game improvements. They're starting to reach a point where it's going to be a little hard to make some like big explosive things. But maybe I'm just peanut brain. I don't really have anything directly in mind for end game systems that I want other than just more Atlas passives. I'd love to see more Atlas passives added to the tree, believe it or not. I would like to see like 3 or 4 more notables for each of the league mechanics. I know that'll cause kind of a bloat to the Atlas tree and it's already kind of big, but I personally love the idea of just laser focusing in on one mechanic. That's what I've been doing over the last few leagues and it feels so good. I start with a generic tree while I'm leveling and gearing up and looting and just getting, all my generic starting currency. And then I respec in and focus in on one league mechanic where I just take everything on the Atlas tree. So I did Blight this league. It's a ton of fun. I love just taking a league, dialing it to an 11, and just going nuts on that league mechanic. I might give Blight another go, considering I didn't really play that much Lake of Kalandra, and I didn't really get to experience I didn't do a blighted map this league. I did the blights in my maps, but I really wanted to dive into blight. I wanted to dive into blight, dive into blighted maps, do blight ravaged maps for the first time because I've never done that. So I think I still probably will. I'll probably give it another go next league, assuming that my build is gonna be good for that. I might not because I'm probably league starting with a Fizz Cycloner or something. So I don't know. Blight might not be in the cards. We'll see. Anyway, I'll decide closer to 3.20. But yeah, I want to see more stuff to the Atlas passive tree. I think the Atlas passive tree is their difficulty lever that they can pull at any time. It's so smart. It's modular. They can just take things out and just say, this was not getting used a lot. We're going to replace it with this. We're going to tweak these things around, add some extra things here, make this harder, make this easier, yada, yada, yada. They have so many options with the Atlas passive tree. Other than that, what else would I like to see? I'd love to see some more build defining unique items. I want to see more things like, Doriani's Catalyst and things that you entirely build an entire build around and are rewarded for doing so. I want to see, Doriani's. I want to see I don't know, I forget. There's several of them that I named in a build defining uniques video I made a little while ago, but I think there's just a lot currently in the game, but most of the unique items kind of suck. They are even though they went and did a full retooling of them and really tried to power them up a lot, it feels like GGG is scared to make really broken unique items, and I don't get that. I really think that the unique items need to be really, really strong, and then followed only by tier 1 and tier 0 rare items. I think unique items need to be really good and really strong to keep the game interesting, because I have never in my life, in my entire time playing Path of Exile, been like, yes, I remember this rare item that I dropped, I dropped a 3 res life ring with attack speed on it or something. And I've had those kind of drops. I've had really good rare drops, and I could not tell you what any of them were off the top of my head. But I can tell you numerous times where I'm like, I dropped a Calm's Heart. I dropped a pair of Skyforths. I dropped any of these really rare, valuable, unique items that are really cool are what I remember when I drop one of those. When I get that drop, I'm like, oh yes, baby, oh my god, fuck yes. Those are the items where I'm like, I remember this. So I want to see more of that. I want to see more unique items. I loved what they've been doing with the boss drops as a reward for the racers. I would love to see some of that maybe do some more boss drop rewards for race rewards. Do a race in 3.20 and do more boss rewards, where people get to make unique items. People have some really, really cool unique ideas, And that's probably what I'm going to start making some videos on as well. I'm going to start kind of theory crafting some uniques out that they could make and just kind of start trying to do some of that. Just giving them ideas. I want to give GGG as much ammunition as possible to make the game as great as possible. And, this video is in line with that. These are just my hopes and wants and dreams for 3.20. And yeah, so if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, and comment down below what would you like to see in 3.20? What would be your hopes, dreams, wishes, and wants? And, be a optimistic fool like me. Hope you all enjoyed watching. I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you in a new video tomorrow. Peace.